Good evening.
And good evening, depending on where you're calling in from.
Good
Good
evening.
afternoon.
Welcome, welcome. We'll let everybody get into this Zoom. We're excited to get started. We don't have time to waste a minute. So we are ready to get going here. I am going to just hit that record button so we get it recorded, and we're going to get started. I am going to, well, yeah. Usually we have time for people to say where they're calling in from. Who has time for that when we are in the busiest month of the year where it is hitting records? I mean, it hits records usually, but man, are we ready to hit records? Hello, everybody out there? Wonderful. Okay. So, like I said, this is the busiest month. This is let's see, actually, as of tomorrow, it will be my 15th anniversary being in Zinzino. Well, actually, it's either today or tomorrow. Can't quite remember, but I'll have to look. But 15 years. And every year November is like spot on the best month. And then here with the Black Friday sales on right now, it's like, oh, and it's not just Black Friday, it's an entire Black Week. So, how do you maximize your business? What can you do to maximize it? Well, you are in for the treat. Like I said, we don't have time to be here, and yet he has said yes to being here to help us figure out how he maximizes his month to get the highest he can for him and his team. And I know you guys are here to listen to him. So let's bring him on here, our elite president, Marco Passanante. Oh, I need to unmute him. Hang on. Let's get him on here. There we go. Sorry about that, Marco. I'm too excited to get going here. So, Marco, you're here. We're excited that you're here. We're excited to hear what you have to share with us today, Marco.
Hey, Carla. Thanks for having me. Good evening, good morning.
And Marco, so you have pretty much one of the top titles of all of Zinzino. You've been
And
doing
tomorrow I'm hitting next one. So
look at that. Look at that. Ah! And that is the top title of the entire company besides our founders themselves. Marco, you are always I think everybody when you are speaking almost at any time, you can hear a pin drop because everybody wants to get every ounce out of what you're saying from the wisdom that you have about how to grow this business. I know that there is a system, we all follow the system, we've got it in there, but there's just certain things that you just have a way of training us in to help maximize our businesses. And I love the fact that you want to help share your vision and your wisdom of how you can maximize this month. We talked about that even here just on Monday. We call it the halfway point, right? And if you haven't got to halfway of your goal, it just doesn't mean you can give up. It means that you can just up your activity to meet your goals. But what kinds of things are you talking to your team about? What kinds of things do you do to maximize this last days of November?
absolutely. I mean, to maximize the whole month, it starts already in the preparation, right? I mean, every year we do a 90-day run, the whole team, September, October, November, and but every month it starts the first of the month. We design it in advance, and we create a clear path how you can crush your goals. Meaning, if you want to go diamond, the first of the month, that's where it starts. If you want to go diamond, even if you have nothing right now, we can break it down. You need 40 ultimates. A normal month to 100% ECB, you need much less. But even a normal month, if somebody says, I'm at 0, I want to go diamond this month. How do we create that plan? It's about breaking down the numbers. It's about how many presentations do we need to do for you to sign up a new business partner on average. So if you need 1 out of 5, we know to get 40 people to sign up, we need 40 times 5, 200 meetings. And if we need 200 meetings in 30 days, that's 6.5, less than 7 a day. And you can get there. So now we can just go back. Are you willing to do 7 a day? Then you can get there. And for somebody who's full time to do 7 a day, in my mindset, it's very easy, because if somebody has a job, you're there 8 hours a day anyway. So if you do this business and you in your income producing activity, invite percent follow up, invite percent follow up. So that we break it down with number beginning of the month, and then we have a framework for how we close the month, and I'm going to share that with you all. But I think it goes back to, because a group like this going to be a couple of hundred people with a recording seeing this. Some of you are ahead, some of you are behind. But if you're behind, I want you to be a little intentional and analyze, what was it that you were doing leading up to this, so you don't sit there 1 year from now in the same situation. Because that's what's going to happen. You keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong here. I'm the kind of person, I want to be professional in whatever I do. I don't do something half-hearted. I my identity, I created my identity, that I'm consistent, I'm an athlete, I chase greatness in whatever I do, I show up every day. So it's like, my ways doesn't have to be your ways. But if you want much better results than you're having today, maybe you should pay attention. But it starts there already. So it's the design, breaking down the numbers. That's what I want you to take into next month. Already the 1st of December, design it in advance. Because if you need 200 meetings and you have 10 committed people in your team that will do 1 a day each, that's 28 a month if we count 4 a week plus a half week, so 30 a month. Then 60 meetings gonna happen if it's 2 people that you have gonna do that. 10 people that are gonna do that, you're gonna do 300 meetings that month through your team. So we break down through the team as well. We're very intentional when we create that plan to break it down. Why do we do that? Because now Lisa knows it's in your hands, Lisa. Because if you win or not here, it's 100% up to you. The problem for most people, or for all of us, is that wherever we go, there we are. So at some point, you need to kind of break through yourself or your own kind of limiting mindset and start thinking maybe a little bigger, because the problem is too often we play too small. And I know all of you playing too small, because I know you have the potential for greatness. If you want that, you're willing to pay the price, that's a different story. You don't have to go for big things in life. But me as a person, I'm always chasing the next version of me. Why? Because I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see how far I can take this. In the past, I started in network marketing in November 2003. So 22 years of me reading, analyzing, growing. And I can promise you, growing up with a single mother, a bartender in a rough neighborhood, I grew up to be a very insecure man. So I'm not coming from where I got it served for me. I had to go out and chase everything I'd created. Nothing was given. I had to go out and chase it. That's why I know you got what it takes to win here if you can overcome yourself, because you are your problem. And looking at a couple of things, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. You don't have to go deep in this now, but ask yourself, why should I join you? Why should somebody join you? I think you should go a little deep in this, not right now, but sit down and analyze. Why should somebody join me? How is your mindset? How is your attitude? Because your attitude is what will attract or repel people. If you're always talking about the negative, what's missing, because when people see an opportunity, some people see what could go wrong, some people see what could go right. And I always try to see what could go right. I learned to switch my mind to the positive, to the solution. A leader is solution oriented. Complaining doesn't help. Complaining doesn't take you anywhere. Instead of complain, if you don't like the situation, ask yourself, am I willing to do something about it? If not, don't complain. And if you are, go take action instead. So why should somebody join you? First question. If we take the second question, where are you going? Where are you going? People follow people with a vision. So why should somebody join you? There's big competition out there, not only within the company, there's even more people outside of Zinzino in this industry that are contacting your prospects, that are contacting people that is on your list. So where are you going? That needs to be clear. Once you talk to Lisa, who has just got a presentation last week of ambitious Maria, who's going, have a big vision and going somewhere in life, it's going to be hard for you to compete with them if you don't know where you're going. And can they fit in your vision? So I would work on my mindset. I would work on my self-worthiness level. Because if you think too small, if you lead with too much insecurity, you repel the best people you could attract. So it starts with building that internal self. But knowing why should it join you? Knowing where you're going. What's the vision? And then also, how will we get there? Can people feel that security? Can people feel the urgency of where you're going? Can people feel the hunger, the drive that you're going somewhere? And the problem is often we overanalyze too much. If we're too self-centered, we lose motivation too often. We lose urgency because if we're self-centered, you will only focus on what you're lacking. You will focus on what's not there for you, why you're not the way you want to be. And then you start comparing. And the problem is when you're comparing with what? If you're sitting watching other people's life on Instagram, watching stories or posts, you're comparing your life, a normal life, with a fake moment. So now you sit there in your life and then you see a post for somebody who actually often had a terrible day, but they squeezed out in the 39th try a good picture to capture a good moment in outside of that a terrible day. And then you come and compare your life with this fake picture. And then you feel frustrated. Or you see somebody's on vacation and you wish you were on vacation as well. The thing is, you can create a life, you don't need a vacation from here. That's why I made the decision, this is going to be my career path. I'm going to create the money and time freedom here so I can wake up every day and work only if I want to work. Work with whoever I want to work with. Work from wherever I want to work from. But the thing is, I work harder than ever. And I have better results than I've ever had. And I still work harder than ever. I believe when you become good at this, do you understand what power you're possessing when you're good at this? When you're good at this, when you start leading yourself, you can speak life into your own dreams, first of all, and you change yourself. You are the most qualified to help the previous version of yourself. So if you're insecure here today or insecure today, and then you work hard on getting over that, when you come out on the other side, now you have the power to turn around, reach out your hand, and help other people in the same situation you're in. And you become an example of what's possible. And because 22 years ago, this industry gave me, first time in my life, I had a mentor who had me read the right books, helped me work on my stinking thinking, helped me become aware of how actually negative I was, because my mind always went to the negative, but I was not aware because nobody ever told me. So if you're lucky, you have a mentor, you have somebody that tell you what you need to hear, not just somebody like a wannabe leader who just say what you want to hear because they want to be liked. Then you won't get out the potential of your people. But why should I join you? Where are you going? And the third, how will you get there? How will you get there? Those three questions you should work on. because it's all about the feeling expressed. Carla, you want to add something? It felt like you were.
I do. I have some questions here. So I love, I mean, when people get started in Zinzino, there's a reason for it. And at our startup meetings, people do set goals of what they want to do so that we could make a plan. Um, so I want to talk to the people that are watching this that have that plan. I know they're always going to be working on themselves. I know you talk about that even as much as you've grown, you're always working on yourself. Um, but if we're going to say, okay, how can we finish strong? I love the fact of going back and saying, okay, if we're not where we're at, we need to evaluate some things. And those are kind of the things your mentor did for you. So if we're going to talk about from here and finishing this month, now, I can see that if people had these goals and you have a certain amount of, you need this amount of partners to get to your goal, you can say, okay, times it by 5 to put your meetings in. But what if people are really behind on where they want to be? Because I know your group has a lot of 90-day runs. I know my own group, I've heard all over, doesn't matter, all these cross lines, everybody's talking about their 90-day runs. And what do you do to what are we speaking to those people that are behind? If we look at that we haven't had enough meetings or whatever the reason was, what are those things that we need to work on to maximize the last of the month, to finish this month strong? Where do people need to go? They're in the 90-day runs, they're not hitting their goals. What things can we be doing right now?
I think first of all, it's focus on activity before results.
Mm.
If Lisa said, I'm going to do 7 presentations a week because I have 3 jobs and 2 kids, then I can still do 7 a week. That's easy, even if you have very limited time. 7 a week. Then I said, Lisa, let's just stick to the 7. You're at 1 this week. Let's finish strong here. Let's get those 6 extra meetings going, because the most important thing is that you honor your word to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them, if you do 7 a week, that was your goal, and your goal was diamond. Even if you miss diamond, but you did 7 a week, that's a successful month, because you did your best, and all you can do is all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then now let's focus long term as well. Even if you wanted diamond this month, though, that little urgency, let's squeeze it maybe to 11, 12 this month. Why? Because maybe we can line up 1, 2, 3 new partners who comes in excited that we can launch in December. That little extra effort now is what can help you being at a rock solid 30, 40,000 credits a month in the summer because of this last spurt, the next 5 days, 5 days this month. And that could be the difference, you having a stable of 30,000 versus you at 3,000 a month, because you didn't close the month strong, because you didn't see you could hit any targets anymore, because you were too behind.
So,
So if
so
you,
just to hear something too, because I love that, because it's not what we're doing now. Even if we don't hit it, there's so much positive by running. But Marco, what have you seen that can happen in the last? Because I think sometimes people don't always see the things that can happen, how much can happen in the last of this month, different from any other month. That, I mean, I was the one that started in November. This is when I started. These days is when I started. There's a lot of things that could happen by pushing the last of the month. So what have you seen any stories, or have
absolutely, I
you?
mean, so many times I've seen at Royal Crown level, Black Crown level, 50, 60% of the volume coming in the last 3 days.
Mm.
When I hit Royal Crown in Zinzino, when was that? 2019 maybe? I hit Royal Crown. I created 27,000 credits the last 2.5 days. So I was 27,500 credits away from 80,000. And I remember I had a message from Ernst. I told him I'm going to do it. And he wrote something like, because it was 2.5 days left and 27,000. He's like, and I needed volume both sides. So it's 20,000 here and there to squeeze out somewhere. And he's like, if you do that, I will be impressed. So I will do it. And I went out and did it. How did we do it? One, urgency in myself, meaning if you want to you could sit down right now after this call, if you're hungry enough, call 50 to 100 people and say with urgency, say, I'm launching something right now, I'm looking for the right person. I thought about you, Maria. If you're open for new opportunities, we need to jump on a call right now. Now, people today are sitting there hiding, like in the pandemic, it worked. Send text messages. There's no energy in that. And you lose all your best prospect. I would, and then open. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but that's a long process. You have to contact thousands of people to get 5 or 6 partners. But if I lift the phone and you learn with conviction and energy and urgency, talk to people, it's so easy to book a meeting. Or I go to a coffee place, open a conversation, and then after build rapport with them, straight to the point about this. So that's how I create a lot of meetings in very short amount of time. So if I
Okay,
needed
so
15,
we need to dig into that because that is like I think a key of the last months because the reason you could put all that in is because first of all your hunger and second of all the urgency. So how can we create the urgency out there? I mean, you can feel it. What I can hear, those are the 2 words that I'm connecting on. So I can feel your energy. I think energy creates urgency. You just said that, oh, just talking and this doesn't create the urgency. So what are the main things that people can do that is the urgency right now? I know I always think about a sale, like, going in and there's something on sale that's only today's last day on sale. That creates an urgency. But what can we do in Zinzino that's creating the urgency to finish the month? What do you do? What are those things?
yeah, and it's back to do that 27,000 last month. It's about breaking down my team's goals. So I
Mm.
create the urgency in their goals. So for people who have a team here, look at your team's goals, and I'm going to give you exactly my framework for closing the month strong. But I just want to touch on that because first of all, it's about creating action, like creating so much action in your business, and it starts with me. And my job is just open conversations and present, sit in front of enough people every day so I can take control of my next wave of growth. And I think, Carl, like stop over analyzing, stop overthinking, and be excited where you're going. It doesn't. If you have the right energy, it's more about how you feel about what you say than what you actually say. And I practice on the shower, I practice on everything. So when I meet the prospect, I'm ready. And it's always just open a conversation. If I call somebody, let's do an example. If I call Lisa right now and I'm looking for that extra partner to launch, hey Lisa, how are you doing? We haven't talked for 7 years. Hey, what are you doing nowadays? I haven't seen you since we worked at that newspaper 10 years ago. What do you do nowadays? And of course, you're wondering why I'm calling you right now. I'm expanding a business right now. I'm looking for right people. You've always been ambitious. I say what I thought about them. I'm looking for right people right now. I'm looking for 1, 2 people I'm going to help to create something huge together with. If you're open for new opportunities, we should jump on a call right now, you and me. What do you have to lose? But when you do it with intensity and urgency, they can feel the energy. They hear, I don't know what is going on here, but yes, absolutely, let's chat. Same the opposite. If you're like, yeah, Lisa, maybe I have something you should look at. Maybe could be something for you. Same when people invite a presentation. I want to hear your opinion on something. What? I'm the expert here. I don't want to hear their opinion. I'm there to see if I even want to work with them. That's the psychology. So it's posture. So it's more about your energy, getting excited for where you can take this, and then talk to people. Even if you have to talk to people at a local coffee place, wherever, if you're hungry enough, you do it. You can sit at home as well, open with Instagram, open conversation and direct invitation with hundreds of people per day. Call somebody, meet somebody live, just create some commotion, some chaos here and there.
Okay, and I heard you say posture because I think that's one thing that people feel when you're talking. They're like, "Well, I don't know if I can do as Marco says." So what kind of things builds up posture? I would say, I mean, it just came to my head as making when your goal is strong enough, you're hungry enough, you're going for things or others.
That's why I go back to why should I join you? You should know. You should know. That's one of the things that creates posture. I'm feeling I'm doing people a favor when I talk to them because I know I write down why am I doing them a favor, and I write down everything why. And then also, even if they don't win in the business, they will be better off just be connected to me. That's what I'm writing down. Just if they join the business, if they stay around this community for 3, 4 months, even if they don't keep going in the business, they will be better off. Why? Right on why? Why? Yeah, because they will see good people doing good things. Just that will be positive. They get access to personal development. They get access to people who are positive. All of a sudden, they become a better husband, better wife at home, because all of a sudden they get better input instead of watching Netflix, wasting their life on watching Netflix, watching people work. Like
I like that. I like that. So you're building up that energy, you're building it up so you know why you're in this so much that people feel it. And I think that's what people feel with you. And so we
and
just,
Carla, I don't care what people think. I
that's a
need to do
key.
me. That's why I always tell people, like, I was in Japan this weekend, and one woman had the book there, she wanted me to sign it and stuff. And I always write when I do that, I write, go out and share you with the world. That's all you can do. If you go out and share you from the heart instead of being fake, be you, authentic, you'll attract people. Because authenticity, you will attract the right people for the right reasons. The ones who said no, they were not meant to be there in my path anyway. So if I just talk to people, the right ones will say yes. I'll still get more no's than yes, but it's not because of me, it's because of them.
And it doesn't matter to you if you're getting no's. That's the thing, because it's about
Doesn't
timing
matter.
for them. You're looking for the
And say,
people who are.
and say when I come here and talking to you guys now, I'm sharing from my heart. I only know to talk what I believe and what I feel. If you don't like me, if you listen right now, none of my business. I'm just here to give you my authentic self. It fits some, it doesn't fit some. I think big, I act big, and I achieve big. That's who I am. That's identity I created, Carla. I'm just sharing now how I created posture. That's my thought process. That's my mindset.
But can
That's what
everybody do this then? I mean, you started out saying you
100%.
can do
I
this, you can
came
do
from
this.
the other side. I came from the other side. But I kept listening every day. When at the gym, I listened to Kobe Bryant. I listened to Michael Phelps over and over and over and over again. Tim Grover, the book Winning. Go listen to Tim Grover. I mean, I just surround myself with this mindset. I have a book here with Ed Milet. Maybe you listen to Ed Milet. I went to Ed Milet's home 1 year ago. Spent a day with Ed Milet, just picking the brain. There's a great interview with Ed Milet and Tim Grover. Tim Grover was a mental coach for Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, physical coach. He drilled them hard. If you want to take yourself and challenge yourself, this is the kind of people you need to listen to. If you want that. If you don't want that, go watch Netflix. Or go talk about, like I always tell, like my first mentor told me, because I love football, right? Soccer for you Americans. And some still grown-up men, we won. They watched the Chicago Bears. We won. Sorry, my friend, you didn't win anything. They won. This is what my first mentor told me, because soccer always been a passion. He told me, this is 2009. I made a decision, this is gonna be my career path. And he said, when I said, yeah, we won, he's like, we won. Day one, you don't even notice people. You're home in your. Why are you sitting on your sofa cheering when other strangers are winning? Is it the time you go out and win in your life, Marco? And stop saying, he said, stop saying we won. We didn't win. They won. You didn't win anything. You sat on your sofa watching them. You didn't win anything. You watch them getting paid to play. That's what you're doing. And then you say we win. You didn't win anything.
I like
And
that. I
and
like
and
that.
still
For all the
today,
sports people out there, right? Okay, so let's give a couple examples because I'm going to say I'm a newer partner, but I'm executive as of right now. It's all balanced, and I've got 4,000 credits. I need 8,000. Is that possible? And what would you say people needed to do? Because I want people to have an exact plan for what they need to do for the rest of the month. So I have 4,000 credits right now. I need 8,000, Marco. I want to hit that diamond this month. I'm hungry to do it. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. What am I doing?
we have exact framework. I created a framework years ago that we use to close the month. And that is a little checklist. First, the checklist is, of course, personal checkpoints. Active, sincere, free, my goal, diamond, where I'm at for my diamond goal.
And I have
ECB,
ECBX,
RCB,
so we've
yeah,
got ECBX.
all of that checked. Then three step. One is I checked my team performance, because this is how I reach my goals. Again, number one is my team performance back office check. That's step one in my framework there. Team performance back office check, meaning identify who in your team, Carl, has a goal. If you need 4,000 credits, who has a goal for rank advancement? to qualify for ECB, to hit a certain target, check their current credits versus target. So if I work with Evelyn and Evelyn has 1,000 credits and she wants go executive, I know there's 2,000 credits I need to create with Evelyn to help her get there. So there, if I can squeeze out 2 there, that's 2 out of my 4 I need to go diamond. So break that down. So step 1 was who's within reach for a new rank? What number are they away? And then I check if they have a plan. Hopefully, goal set them already before the month. I can more do a checkup. Oh, Evelyn, I know she wanted to hit executive beginning of the month. Now she's at 1,000 credits with 2,000 credits away. Still possible. Step 1, the team performance. So now I see Evelyn where she's at, and I take out a couple of those in my team, and then I can, through them, by leading them to action, create a lot of credits. Step 2 is the call to the partners who is within reach. Step 1, team performance, back office check. Step 2, the call to the partners who are within reach. How does this call? Always the same. If I call her, hey Evelyn, how are you doing? Hey Evelyn, I'm checking my back office right now. I'm looking where I should put focus on closing the month and seeing who I should help create some wins here the last days of the month. I see that you're 2,000 credits away from executive. Would you, here's the 2 questions, the deciding factor, if she's one of them. Do you want to hit executive? If she says yes, next question is, do you want my help? And she says yes, action time. And directly there is step 3, meet and take action. Can be on a Zoom, can be offline if they happen to live in your city. Meet and take action. And I tell her, Evelyn, bring your goal and your list. See you on a Zoom within 1 hour. Because we need to take action now if you're going to have a chance to hit it. Okay, we jump on that call. And the call, the whole purpose is share a goal with me again. Why did you want to go executive? Why do you want to quit long term? Just, reigniting that spark. Have a focus on why she wants to do this, what the possibilities here. And then the list, who's on the fence? Who have you talked to that haven't said yes or no? Who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to build a business with? What you got booked the last 4 days coming now in the business? Yeah, one meeting. One meeting won't take you there. Do you really want it? Yes, good. We need on average, if we need 5 ultimates, we need at least 20 to 25 meetings here together. I'll help you. Let's do 20 meetings together over the next few days. Or we see who in your team has a goal. Again, be intentional, breaking down, because a lot of people who work in, that's how I created 27,000 the last 2.5 days credits, from 53,000 to 80,000 2.5 days. Why? I did exactly this. And I broke down with many people, and then intentional. If I'm working with, we say, Carla, we say you are at 8,000, you wanted to go diamond. I say, who are you working with, Carla? And then we break down with your people, and all of a sudden, maybe I'm helping driving you with your contacts, but at the same time, you're helping driving 6 others in your business. And that's being intentional. And again, team performance, back office. Who has a goal? Identify that. Second one is that call. See you in reach. Would you like to hit that goal? Yes. Good. Do you want my help? Good. Let's jump on a call or meet right now. ASAP. So I can help you create that plan and strategize to get there. And I said, bring your goal, bring your list. But then at the point, who's on the fence? Who have you talked to? Put me on a call with them now. Let's talk to that person. Let's talk to that person. Let's look at your list. Do you have the list? What did you think about this person? Let's act now. Let's book meetings now. The whole purpose of that, book meetings. If you want to simplify this business, how we win, book meetings. If you're sitting in presentation every day, you don't have time to be frustrated. You know why this business is painful for many people? Is because they do one presentation every 6 days. If I don't do a presentation or in meetings for 2 days, I'm ice cold the first meeting when I come there 3 days later. Ice cold. No momentum in my energy. My mouth feels slower and like, so then it's a much bigger chance for a no, because I'm not expressing the right feeling. I don't express the right posture. I need 2-3 meetings to get warm again. So if you do one meeting every 4th day, that's why it's painful. For me, that would be painful. I would probably quit if I did it that way, because slow is painful. You can build
Yeah,
this slow and
that's
painful or
actually
fast and
funny.
fun.
It makes me kind of giggle because my upline is Peter Sorensen and he's Danish and he's very direct. And if I'm complaining about anything, he says, if you have time to complain, Carl, you don't have enough meetings. You got it, the answer is meetings. So he's always go out and do some more meetings, Carla. It's the
I mean,
answer. So you don't, if you're feeling down, the answer is almost always you need to do more meetings.
yeah. I mean, I'm a living proof that you can go from tomorrow. Could be Friday, but I would say 90% happens tomorrow latest. Global president. I'm a proof that you don't need to be anything special to go global president. You just need to be more excited, know where you're going, and more consistent than other people. I have my habits, daily habits. I stick to my 6 daily habits in the business, invite person to follow up. Who am I helping right now? Promoting next event and personal development. Those 6 habits every day, every day, every day. I know if I keep going, doing those every day, I will keep growing. If I keep growing and going long enough, I'll
You
get
said
there.
those so fast, I can't even, we couldn't make any notes. Your 6 habits that you do. Would you just say them one more time so we can write them?
Invite,
Mhm.
present, follow up. You can hear I'm fast. You can hear I've been in a lot of meetings the last days.
You said
My
this. You
mouth
said
is
this.
my mouth is smooth, huh? You can hear it. If I don't need to,
Absolutely.
you would hear a difference if I go on vacation a couple days, which I never do actually. When I'm on vacation, I do a couple of meetings because just talking to people from the heart, it's not work for me. Invite, first habit. Present, follow up is the third one. 4, strategies, intentionality. Who am I helping right now? With a goal, bring the list, push them to action. Who am I pushing to action right now? Who am I helping winning right now? If you have nobody number 4, what do? You go back to invite percent follow up, invite percent follow up. If you do invite percent follow up enough times, you have somebody at number 4 that you're launching, that you're helping right now. Number 5, promoting the next event. Number 6, personal development. Always making sure I'm growing every day. Listening, more
Because
important.
people are going to say we're not Marco. I mean, Marco, you were just like here compared to where the rest of us feel we are. You are just something different. But you're saying if everybody focused on these 6 things, we would develop it. And then the hunger and the action will also, as time goes on, develop that posture too. And the personal development. Absolutely. It all kind of ties together of growth and you kind of grow along with how you develop yourself. That's
And the
what your
only
business is.
and the only reason I have better results is because I had many more no's and many more failures than you. Failure is my co-founder. I love a failure because that means I'm stretching, I'm doing something.
Mm. That's a powerful thing. People usually are trying to avoid all failure.
Yep, they expect. I'm saying I don't expect to be motivated. I don't trust my emotions. Emotions are fickle. If you listen to emotions, you'll get stuck very quick.
I love that. I love that. Okay. So we were talking about the things to do. You were saying number one, the team things in the back office. 2, call people
Who's within reach?
who's within reach. And I like that. So if is there other things that we need to do from that?
Not just a third thing. Action. Get them to action. This is same in the launch. Do you have urgency when you're launching a partner? Because that launch meeting should lead to the first booked meetings. I'm there to help you launch a business. Let's take the first steps now.
I think it's all about how many meetings. I've said before, when you got that your phone on or your watch on that tells you how many steps you've taken, the people who walk the most, people who use the most steps are going to be thinner. For sure. And if you had a little meter on that said how many meetings you have, he who does the most meetings are also going to become the farthest. And because you've had more no's, it's not, always just the percentage. It's just you need more meetings. So the
And
action,
steps. I track the meetings. I track my steps. I have 17,260 steps today. 17,260. I track that. I track my meetings. Show me your minimums. I show you your future in your business, in your health. How much are you investing? How much are you? So it's
I love that. I love
predictable.
that. That's really powerful too, showing your discipline in things of your action. Okay,
And I
so
don't
we're
like it. I don't like it. I go to the gym 4 times a week. I have to. I dislike it every time. I hate to go to the gym. I mean, it's so boring, seriously. I used to play soccer, had goals there. Now I go to the gym. I'm like,
I
I
love
don't
that.
like it,
I
but I
know.
just get
I
it
just got
done
this
because
kind
I
of weather
want the
out
end
here.
result. I want the end result, Carla. I want
I
the
know.
end result. I want the
I've
end
got this
result.
kind of weather, Marco. I can't go on walking this. And it's just take the motion and the emotion. And I know that it's not about the motivation, and you just got to do it. So I listen to Jim Rohn about motivation all the time. Just okay, I got to get up there and do my row machine. Okay, I want to go back to I'm this person. I've got 4,000 credits. We talked about that. Yes, you can still hit diamond because of the percentages that come in the end of this month. Let's say that I had two people who wanted to become executive in my team. We've talked to them. We've set a plan they're going to do so that they can get their 2,000 more in, both of them. So now we're up to two. I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still need 4,000 credits between now and the end of the month that we don't have that plan for. So are you just saying, okay, that would be
50
divided by
meetings.
60
50
meetings,
meetings. Yeah,
50.
50. Yeah, depends on who's doing it with them, but here I'm dividing it. Okay, Evelyn is working with 2 people. Okay, Evelyn, now I have Evelyn do with them what I just did with her. That's the whole purpose here. So I did with Evelyn, I booked maybe a couple of meetings with her, and then she's doing the same thing with her 2, 3 people she's working with. So I'm creating duplication, and that's how you hit it, because a lot of people doing a little becomes a lot. So if you have 10, 15 people in your team that do 3, 4 meetings a day, you have 50 meetings through your team. Then I can be in 30, 10, 15 meetings a day myself. So I can do the 50 myself, and then the team do 50 without me.
I
And then
love
all
it.
of a
I
sudden
love
it's
it.
100 meetings, and then I will crush the goals.
This is gold. Absolutely golden. Okay. So I hope everybody out there got this about what you need to be doing and how much you can get, and that duplication is the key. So if we all learn from Marco, getting out there, making sure you know what your goals is, we've got a lot of stuff to be thinking about between now and the next year too, if we're not hitting our goals, and what we can be working on. But let's get out there and create the massive action to get there, because that is what it's about, is really building up your teams and that T balance. And
And
as
Carla,
Marco, you just passed a huge number in your team. Am I right?
yeah, correct. 100,000 active customers. Yeah.
I mean, respect, 100,000 people now in his team, customers and partners, and the partners are duplicating the things that he does. And I'm a teacher, and I know if I'm going to go to that copy machine, I want to have a good original. So you're going to be able to get the best copies, and you are the original. So that's one reason I think, Marco, that all of your habits and all of the things you're doing and training your team, because you did the personal development and are creating that really good copy in your team. A lot of us know many of the people in your team, and we're all in awe about everybody and how powerful the team really is with that momentum and building on it. So I'm hoping everybody's learning.
But I
And
hope, Carla, everybody understood one thing. If you
Mhm.
look at it, what is it that I really do? I keep working on my mindset every day because I need it. I need it to stay on track. Everybody needs it. We're human beings. Life comes in the way for all of us. So stay on track with a mindset. And then in the business, I'm just looking at how many meetings am I doing today? Go back to my 6 habits. Because if you can you create what I have? Yeah. Because what did I do? Invite, present, follow up. Can you learn to be really good at invite, present, follow up? Yeah. Can you be good at being a little more intentional? How you're driving people? Yeah. Can you promoting event and become a little better at promoting and not just announcing? Yeah. And can you be also consistent in your personal growth every day? That's what I've been doing every day, every day, every day, every day. Somebody asked me the other day, do you ever take vacation? No. What should I take vacation from? Vacation from a vacation? My life is a vacation. Coming onto the call here, sharing me from the heart. And that's also one thing. You have more energy when you're authentic. That's why I don't, being fake, being somebody or not, that's going to suck the energy out of you. But I'm just sharing me from the heart. I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm just sharing me with the world. Some will like it, some won't like it. So what?
I think one of my key words I've used from the very beginning is that you need to have integrity to build this business. People need to know you, like you, trust you. People need to feel that in you, and you can't get any integrity without being authentic. So you need to be you. We can't be Marco. We can't be Hilda. We can't be anybody else. We have to be the best version of ourselves for people to feel that authenticity, so they can feel the integrity. Because people will if they like you, maybe they'll be your customer, things like that. But people will not sign up in business with you unless they trust you. And they can't trust you if they don't know you. That's a that's powerful. And I think that's one of the things that you're showing. People are getting to know who you are. And that's why we need to be our own projects. We need to get to be the best version of ourselves all the time. And why you had those questions of, do you want to be in business with you? Because if not, there's a lot of things that we need to work on to change. That's a huge, huge thing. Okay. Well, we don't have much time more to be on here because we got to finish this month strong. And that's what this whole call is about. I hope everybody has exactly what you need now, that you have written these things down, that you are going to be working with the team, that you're going to make that plan, and you're going to get out there and do massive action with massive amount of meetings. Any last words, Marco, before we get off the call?
No, just that, again, remember, everything I did, you can do. I was just consistent long enough until it started happening. Just like everybody else. I signed up with 0 customers, 0 partners, and I had to get to work. And I just decided I'm going to talk to hundreds of people the first month, because then I know I'm going to succeed quicker. So the last thought, Carla, is this. How do somebody with no experience start and win quick? I have a code for that as well. And that code is 51575. 51575. Okay, I wanna win quick. How do I do? Okay. How quick can I go diamond? No experience. Day one in the launch, they ask me, how quick can I go diamond? I say, you can go diamond within 90 days from you did your 75 first presentations. What do I mean with this? Because there you lay the foundation. The 5, to build an empire, you need 5 right people. That's the first. 5 is, I need 5 right people to build an empire. How do I find 5 that's going to run the play and work? I need to recruit 15 people, because 1 out of 3 won't do anything, no matter how good I am at launching them. So I need to sponsor 15 to find my 3. 1 out of 3 on average will run the play. So to get my 5, I need to sponsor 15. And when you're brand new, if we present to 5, we'll have 1 partner. So to get the 15 times 5, that's 75 presentations. So how quick you want to diamond is in your hand. How quick can you do the 75? This is why some people go diamond after 8 years. Because if you're going to do the 75 and you do 1 a month, it'll take you 1.5 years. You do 1 every 2nd month, it's going to take you 100 months to lay the foundation. I mean, that's 8-9 years to lay the foundation. But if somebody says, I'm going to do 2 a day, 2 a day, then we can get there quick, right? Because to do 75, that's 37, 38 days. And then you lay the foundation. Then we can get you there in 120 days. We can get you diamond if you do the 75 quick. If somebody says, I would do 7 a day, that's 10 days to lay the foundation. That's how people go diamond very quick with no experience. They compress the exposures. And what happens when you do that, you're totally different energy. You're coming to momentum and energy after 4 or 5 weeks. The problem is people want to result 2-3 weeks in. Do it 6 weeks in a row, then you start seeing the results. Focus activity, don't focus on the results.
I love it. Love it. Powerful words. You always have the mic drop. I remember when you did the mic drop, and you always, every speech you have is a mic drop speech. And we so appreciate you taking time out too, Marco. I hope that is going to help all of us to really work hard to finish this month strong. Remember, if you don't finish it, you're still going to get results from the work that you put in between now and then too. So you keep pushing. Don't believe that you can't hit it. Make that plan. run for it, get as close as you can.
Hey,
It's
stop even thinking about stop thinking even. Can I not? Who knows? Go out and stay consistent for next 2 years. Then you know. Be curious to find out instead of thinking if you can. If you can or not is irrelevant. The relevant thing is, will you pay the price every day for next 2 years? Then you can be in a totally different space.
I love it. Love it. I'm letting everybody unmute. Thank you, Marco, for your time. We absolutely love you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So
very
if there
much.
are minutes to
Thank
talk,
you.
Thank you so much, Marco.
Thank you, Marco. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you,
you.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody,
Marco.
for the terrible
Thank you,
noise.
Marco.
Ciao, ciao.
Schmack.
Let's
Schmack.
finish strong. Let's smack it up. Let's finish strong.
loving it.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla, for hosting this calls always and
Got it.
bringing the schmack for the people. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Marco.
you.